Are those crabs or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different
Super
crabs.
spiky crab.
Yeah, those are pretty oddball looking.
Those are cool.
My depth of field is about half the size of one of those crabs.
And then that guy over there.
All right.
So you got to get going.
Bridge, this is Nav. Another move, please.
When it comes to our ROVs, there's Hercules and Argus. Hercules is operated by Bob, and then Argus is also operated by a human named Alyssa. Yeah. Yep. So both are operated by people.
Does that mean Bob's not human?
Well, okay. The question was specifically is Argus operated by a human?
Or
It's operated
a Bob,
by
someone named Bob.
Elisa.
Or Bob, yeah.
Yeah.
We have two humans.
A human and Bob.
A human and Bob, yeah. Whatever he is. Our current mission here, we're, let me get out of that one really quickly. We are diving just off of the north coast of Tutuila Island, still in American Samoa. So we started on this flatter plateau at about 1,000 meters, and we're working our way up this steep ridge wall, just sort of exploring. So looking
Alyssa,
at
can I get a zoom on Argus?
Sure.
Thanks.
Biological specimens, geological as well, and then probably doing those video transects as well, just to sort of characterize the area that we're diving in with different features and flora and fauna.
Fully get focus on that with these blocks in here. Let me if I pull out a bit. Here.
And Nautilus has been in the Mediterranean, right? Chris and Suna, you were both
Yeah,
spent some time.
That's where we
for
met.
4 years.
Yep. Yeah, for 3, 4
All
years.
right,
We did,
I'm full right now.
we did a bunch of archaeology stuff.
Was it primarily archaeology there?
We started primarily archaeology, then we kind of started this transition to more general oceanography there. And we did projects in like Anaximander Seamount. There's some mud volcanoes and seeps there and hydrothermal activity. Then we went to Santorini. We went to Colombo Volcano, which is sort of a underwater volcano, not too far.
Oh, cool.
10 miles from Santorini, Greece, which is a big geohazard. So we did a couple, 2 or 3 years where we popped into there. We dove right in Santorini, right next to you could sit down and have a really nice dinner and look out and see the ship.
Oh, wow.
Just like, Santorini is a spectacular place. It's like a stadium seating volcano on the inside.
Wow.
And
Bridge, this
that was
is
neat.
Nav.
We did some stuff in
another
Italy,
step
off of
160,
Sicily.
20 meters, please.
Went down to Pantelleria. It's a volcano, southeast-ish, I think, of Sicily. Active. That was cool.
I think you were in Israel too, weren't you?
Oh, we did. Yeah, you're right. I forgot we did some. I flew to Israel and got on the ship and left. But there was some activity down there, and Dwight did some stuff off the coast of Israel. Some surveys for deep corals. And
Well, he's coming out
stuff.
a little bit too.
He ran that project for 2 or 3 years in a row.
Out here.
Yeah, but I thought he's taking us back to San Francisco.
Oh, maybe.
What was maybe the most memorable thing that in that time in the Mediterranean that either of you found or were a part of finding?
Suna.
Oh,
Oh.
She's right here. She's still here. She's
Collected.
still with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
No, I can't be mad at you.
We keep making her fly farther and farther.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
We moved to Florida, and then Gulf of Mexico, and then
I
Los
think I'm
Angeles.
the furthest away from home.
Then
I
Hawaii,
can
and now Samoa.
Yeah.
Pretty soon we're going to end up back.
Yeah, just
Yeah. We're
Making
probably
your
at the
way
point
back.
where it doesn't matter which way you fly, huh, Suna?
be. Yeah, I came from one way and I'm going from the other.
Are you going all the way around?
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, that's
Wow.
cool.
how long will your travel day be going home? Are you flying out of Hawaii?
No.
No, Apia,
Oh,
New
okay.
Zealand.
Yeah, we're probably all on that same flight to New Zealand together, and then
Yeah.
we spread out from there.
From somewhere from Saudi Arabia. Dubai.
Oh my
Dubai,
goodness.
Istanbul.
Emirates?
I don't remember.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, right?
Probably not. I'll be asleep.
Yeah, if
Or
Dubai,
watching a movie.
I think.
Could it be Qatar Airways?
Qatar?
No.
Are you flying to Dubai or Doha?
Dubai.
Then Emirates.
Emirates.
There's a fish, two fish, one fish, two fish.
Where are you flying back to, Solomon?
Apia, Sydney, Doha, Qatar, then to Muscat, Oman.
That's the capital, yeah? Muscat?
Yes, it is.
Zoom in.
On which?
Fish.
The banded one?
Bridge, this is now another step.
I tried to
Yes.
zoom on one of those last night. You guys were like, we've seen a million
It's a
of these.
pretty one.
Whoa, light
Yeah,
bar.
he's beautiful.
It's made for that.
I thought it was just for us to hang one when it's in the hangar.
Hold on,
That's cool
buddy.
fish.
Also with that same sort of tail or fin.
What port did we go out of when we went to Anaximander Seamounts in Turkey?
Antalya.
Antalya, that's right. I couldn't remember the name of that.
Because it was off of Antalya.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Big fish.
Hey, what about me?
Did you do any diving in the south of Campania region? Is that what you just said?
No, this was
In Turkey.
in
Oh,
Turkey, the
Turkey.
southern coast of Turkey. Anaximander Seamounts are about halfway down the southern coast of Turkey, offshore, and so
Wow.
most of our
Okay.
base of operations was out of Bodrum
Mm.
Big eel and
in a little town
random
called Yalkavek.
volcanic rock.
But we went to a few other towns, into Marmaris, which I never actually went to Marmaris, I don't think.
Didn't miss much.
And then, ooh, rock right there.
Oh, big rock off to the left.
And then, oh, and where's the shipyard? It was in Tuzla, right?
Yeah, it was Istanbul.
Yeah,
Tuzla.
south of Istanbul, kind of, right?
I think one step also was like Marmara,
Marmaris?
yeah? Port.
Yeah, that was the southern part.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember that, yeah.
We were off of Dacia
True,
Peninsula,
yes.
which is my hometown.
Oh,
We found a lot of shipwrecks there.
I missed that.
I just thought of a pun that I didn't get to use earlier.
Oh, man, don't you hate that?
Yeah. Remember the
Bridge,
Eel
this is now another
Hotel?
step.
The
We
Eel
saw-
Hotel, yeah.
That was like 3 days ago.
It was
Yeah.
this
Just thought of
morning.
it.
That was last week.
That was the
It
last
was the
leg.
hotel.
Oh.
I know. Man.
Well, we didn't miss much.
Not more screen.
Oh. How long is this dive? So I
2.
It's like infinity.
that was actually a question that we just got.
This watch? This
You're
is
the
like
watch leader. You're the expedition leader.
Yeah.
No, the first half of this watch was not super exciting. Now it's getting more interesting.
Just in time for us to go to bed.
Yeah, actually, this is a short one because we got weathered out a couple days ago, where we wanted to dive to the which direction is that? East of here, and so we're gonna pack up the tent at like 4 in the morning and head back out there. So this is just sort of a short dive.
Oh, 4 in the morning?
Oh, we're
Yeah.
recovering early?
Yeah,
Oh. So who's doing that?
not it.
It'd be the 12 to 4 and the 4 to 8.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yes.
They're going to get up thinking they get all the good stuff on the top. And
yeah.
they're
But
going to be doing
Well, they have
maintenance
to
for
pay
4
for
hours.
it. Yeah.
One more step.
And that's
This
we'll
is
have
different. What
a
is-
pretty long transit
Yeah, this
tomorrow,
is
right?
interesting.
To get out there.
Somewhere 8 to 10 hours,
8 to
depending on
10.
how uphill it is with the wind. But yeah.
Cool.
People are going to hear uphill and think that the ocean is actually not level.
The ocean is not level.
I know it's not level. Yeah.
But that's not why it's uphill. Where we're going.
Does it have to do with the wind?
Yeah, we're going into the wind, so
Going
it's just
into
sort of
the wind.
it's the harder way to go. You might lose a little ship speed. You don't get the nice following sea to smooth out the ride.
Your arm getting sore yet?
A little bit.
There's a couple urchin-y
Does that help
things
at all?
over there. What are those
Yeah.
guys? See those things?
No, where do you see them? Oh. What were they?
I don't know.
I'm
That's
getting
what I'm
hooked in
asking
here
you.
too. So.
I don't know what they were. It's some kind of a
to describe better. I can't see.
some kind of. Do you want to put this screen over there? Make it bigger.
I haven't seen one of those yet.
Oh yeah, there's a
Can I
curly
borrow your
Q.
glasses?
Zoom in it.
Yeah,
This
coming
is
in,
a cool rock face, isn't it?
holding.
Yeah, this is neat.
Yeah.
It really looks
There's a crab
sculpted.
there. There's
Yeah.
coral.
Is that
Spirally.
limestone then?
That looks like a bamboo
That's
coral.
banded.
Yeah, that's definitely a bamboo coral.
That's big. Old.
Bridge,
Yeah.
this is nav. Another step, please.
But it's branched.
Yeah, it's an old bamboo.
Yeah.
Hey, carrying
It's
on.
a weird branching.
Yeah,
Coming
it's
out
not
full
super
wide.
consistent, is it? So do you think this is limestone then? Is that what you said?
That was the video guy's guess.
Yeah, I don't think so.
It's actually that's not limestone's not happening here. This looks like it's
Weird,
just
got
been
these
heavily
connective,
weathered.
like tissues in the back
Yeah.
between the fissures.
So yeah, I don't actually know the.
I think I'm
How
reflecting
deep
that
are
I've
we?
done a lot more medical work than
300?
geology.
I don't know how the history of this island in terms of its being up and then subsidence and things like that. Or this part of it. There's some cup corals
Zoom in.
or anemones or something. What are those
Holding.
things? Yeah, they're not corals. Yeah?
Yeah.
What is that?
No, they look like cup corals.
corals? Yeah, I guess so. The one on the left looks more like the classic.
So this must be hard bottom, huh? Somewhere.
Yeah, those are
Beneath
definitely
that.
cup corals. Yeah, I mean they're outcropped
Oh.
into something.
Another little anemone right there? Anemone?
There you go. Dun, 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 dun,
You see them there?
Anemone.
dun.
Good.
Phenomena.
There's 3 of them.
Bridge, this is nav. Another move, please.
Okay,
It's
yeah,
hard at
trucking.
first.
Coming out. Full wide.
Falling off to this side.
Ooh, great blue beyond over here.
Yeah.
What depth are we at here?
352.
Oh my goodness, we're a lot
Oh, there's a
shallower.
yellow corally
there's
thing on that
some, yeah.
rock. What's that?
Is that coral?
Zoom
Yeah.
in.
Coming in.
Zoom, zoom.
Holding. Yep.
That's different. Is that one of those, what's it called?
Plexurids?
Yeah.
No,
Uh,
I think that's a stony coral.
Oh, what?
The stony coral?
Stone?
No, I don't know.
okay, I gotta go.
Okay, go.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool. On Argus, you can see the lasers coming.
Yeah.
Those are eyes
Yeah.
looking at you. Yeah, well, that's hopeless. This guy? Maybe? Best guess, I think? You know what that is? You need to...
I'm not gonna write any details.
I was gonna say, start typing.
Hexacoral, yeah.
Yeah, some kind of...
Bridget, this is Nav. Another step, please.
Man. What are those separations on the Argus sonar? Where's that? 20 meters.
Oh.
Yeah, we got some terrain in Argus.
Wow.
Yeah, I think it
Pull up
looked different
faster.
than this Plexury day.
Yeah, it
Wasn't
looked
quite-
more stony
It
than
was
that.
thicker,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hold off on moving more. Don't put in another move out to this one. 'Cause we need that.
Get organized here.
Yeah.
There's a coral up to the left there.
Yeah.
White. Hand on the side.
And a tiny one
You have to
there.
admire it from
and a
afar.
fish.
And
'Cause,
is it? Yeah, no, you're fine. Just keep going. Yellow guy, another one of those ones. Not Plexuridae, something else.
Man.
Some gray ones there.
we're getting a whole bunch on the
Stuff.
rock here.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff here.
Maybe coming to the top.
Man, we got
No,
a little
I
ways
think-
to go.
I think we're about 45 minutes from the top.
No, I mean the top of this.
Yeah.
This
This oh my
messy.
God hill right here.
My left
If-
arm hill.
If we continue with this within 25 minutes, we'll be on top, I guess.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's cool.
We get on the top
Chris,
of this
shall,
thing. That's
shall we proceed?
yeah. You can go again.
That's a chrysocoral.
These yellow guys, or which are the
No,
white,
the white
the white
one.
spiral
Chris,
guys.
this is
It's,
Nav.
yeah, it's a
Another,
chrysocoral.
Wow, those are really cool
Step.
looking.
Yeah, the white.
Bearing
That's tall.
155, please, 20 meters.
So that those two laser points are our way of
And then look at these yellow guys down here.
sizing things. So
Well, can you zoom in on one of those yellow guys if you haven't? No, you're gotta
we
one
got
of it. You gotta run.
Tacos.
Yeah. There's
These fan
Just
corals.
quick.
These are
just a quick look. Zoom in quick.
go. Yeah, that's different.
whoa.
Oh,
Whoa.
All right, I gotta go.
Okay, yeah,
Alright.
hustle on.
So from dot to dot,
We
it's
need
about
to fix
4
this, we can't
centimeters,
zoom
or
in.
just
Those are different. I've never
about
seen those
the
before.
width of your hand.
With?
Width. Oh, we're cruising.
I still don't quite get where Herc is in relation to Argus.
I'm falling behind the picture here. I'm
Look
just
at-
right behind it.
Oh.
You know, looks like it's flattening out or mellowing out a little here. Should be good.
Ah, there you are. I see you now.
There you
What's
are.
going on with Argus fisheye and
It's
6 in the
goofy.
Yeah,
quad?
you want to turn
Yeah.
that off, Red?
I'll put something else up there.
Is that just on the Fritz or is it a?
Yeah, it's on the fritz. I need to open the chassis and replace the coax in there.
That's multi-6, yeah.
I noticed it yesterday or a couple of days. Day before it was mostly working but kind of dying. Like
It was broken before the cruise, and then
Bridge,
I
this
opened
is
the
now
bottle and
another
got in
move,
there, and then it
please.
was all better.
Oh,
I
yeah.
couldn't make it fail, but I'm sure it's the coax in there.
No, it looks like they went off air. They played the national anthem and closed down for the night.
There's a little coral there in the front screen. I don't know, as we were zipping up that hill, there was some kind of like, there were sort of orange yellow fan corals. We kind of blew by. If we stumble across one of those, you want to take a closer look at it because I don't think we've seen those before. There's a coral right there. I'm gonna blow the lasers on the rock. White down the rock right at the bottom of the Herc screen.
Where?
Lasers to the right. That rock, that big rock, that's just right on the screen, right on top of it. There's a coral.
This one.
Yeah, right there.
You just trying to show off or what?
No, I was trying to.
I'm going to pull around here.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
I'm way
Okay, all right.
off the screen here.
And I think there's a cup coral on
I
the
want
rock
those
too.
glasses.
Yeah, we're gonna go off into the.
Oh, there's a
Spinning
blue
me around.
Argus view fish.
Yeah.
Who's that? Hello.
Can I do a reset on this one?
Yeah.
Looks better.
Oh, the ship's going.
Yeah, just start with the
Can you turn over that way?
It's really struggling to get kicked over that way.
Good bit of side current here. You're laddering over, but not that much. I'm getting pushed pretty good.
bridge. This is nav, another step.
Well, it looks like the world is waking up. That's pretty lit up.
It is 3:20 in Seattle, 6:20 on the East Coast, and 10:30 in some parts of Western Europe, 11:30 in others, 12:30, 13:30 somewhere else.
Yeah, we've got...
1:30 in Turkey.
Yeah.
We don't have South America or Africa, but we have every other continent.
Bob, was that you saying
up.
hello in Kenya earlier?
No, it was Miles, I think.
Oh, it was Miles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kenya?
Jumbo?
Oh, that might have been a different watch I was sitting.
No, I think he was sitting in with us.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm so confused.
I know, they all just blend together.
I think it's like Habari,
Habari?
Habari?
if
Yeah.
they speak Swahili, no?
Ah, right.
Habari?
Because they're sub-Saharan, so yeah, that would make sense. If they were further north, it'd probably be Wolof.
Yeah, I would think
Or
they speak
like-
Swahili in Kenya.
I think in most of like Cote d'Ivoire, they speak French, yeah?
Mm-hmm. They do.
A lot of Western Africa speaks French.
Yeah. They were all settled by different... Senegal was England, I think.
So, I took French all through high school and college. And
And college?
Yeah, and college.
Wow.
And my French teacher in college was from Senegal.
Yeah, Senegalese.
And so when
was
I
his
went,
name Modibo?
This is now.
when I studied in France, I
Or
did an
Chone?
exchange
Yeah.
in France, and everybody asked me why I had a West African accent.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, because globalization is a thing.
I know a lady from Brooklyn who, when she first moved to Seattle years and years ago, she taught English as a
There's a
special,
anemone.
as second
Yeah.
language.
Large one.
It's a big one.
So she always says if you ever run into a Korean guy ordering a cup of coffee, that was one of her
Yeah.
first students.
Coffee. And
There's
lemon.
another coral up above it, yellow. Coral.
Zoom in.
You got the yellow one?
It's a pretty one.
It's a large one.
Okay. And the coral.
Hey, do you want something else? Or? I don't know. We're coming out.
Yeah,
Coming
right
in,
there.
we're going to that
That's
coral
one of
over
those.
here.
That's not the Plexaridae, it's a...
It's not the one you're looking for.
So that, oh yeah, we want to zoom in on that guy there. That yellow guy. There's a couple that look very similar.
Okay, you want to zoom in, Ed?
Coming in.
Or not.
Holding.
Whoa.
It'll be there in a second.
Some more of that
This
schmutz.
might be a Plexaridae, I think.
Where is it? Man, I
Pray,
could
this is
not-
now another step.
That's not focus, is it?
No, I can't
is it?
focus on that one. What's going on here?
Oh, that's better. No, maybe.
It's
We're
the
getting a lot of
vibration,
shimmer
maybe?
here. Vibration.
I think it's the vibration is.
Looks
I've
like
really
there's-
shallow depth of field right now.
Coral underneath that rock ledge, too.
Oh
There's a
yeah,
tree coming up
peeking out
again.
there.
That's an unusual place.
I gotta go.
Oh.
It's a
Man.
low rent district.
Gotta go.
Coral there.
All right, of all of the rare marine species in the entire world, what one would you want to see?
An albino mermaid riding
Oh,
a
it has to
unicorn.
be real.
I want to see a beaked whale doing one of those.
I was gonna,
Oh,
scours.
man,
yeah, I
yeah.
was gonna say that might be
to be
the
the
one.
people who crack that code,
Yeah,
especially if the whale stays for an interview afterwards to answer some questions.
I'd also love to see a coelacanth. I think that would be
Mm.
pretty cool. A living fossil.
A coelacan.
Yeah.
A coelacan.
Or a narluga.
What's that?
Ancient
Narwhal.
fish. Coelacanths are the oldest fish. Is that something like that? Is that true or something like that? They're the
Yep.
super old.
Yeah, and they they didn't believe that they
They
were
existed.
existing until a few decades, 1900s
Yeah.
or so, 1937. No, later than that. They're really weird looking fish.
Oh, I have some more info on oarfish for you.
Oh, by all means.
Because I went to look up the Japanese term that you were using, messenger from the sea god's palace.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's connected to why it's called that, but there is a Japanese belief that there's a sea palace and that fish comes from there.
Mm-hmm.
But oarfish are believed to be indicators of a forthcoming earthquake.
Right,
Because
yeah.
they've been washing ashore days before major earthquakes hit regions. And people, or the scientists, theorize that they are very sensitive to tremors in the water, and there's beaching events that happen, and that happened, I believe, in Chile in 2010, and in Catalina I don't remember the date of that one.
I think there was one in Japan maybe too, right? A beaching event?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it makes me wonder if that term, I haven't fully read up on it, the messenger from the sea god's palace was messenger because it's coming up to warn of an earthquake.
That's an interesting theory, yeah. Yeah, that's really cool.
Anybody in Japan who can speak to that? Right in. That's a wall.
That is a wall for sure. Those lines running down it are pretty interesting. Is that still that multiple flow events maybe, or?
I don't know. I still can't get over that plate tectonics line.
I had to mute myself. I was laughing so hard.
That was really good. I took a screenshot of the time. I got to pull that clip.
Okay, so the coelacanth, they were thought to have gone extinct with the dinosaurs 65 million years ago. But in 1938, a local fishing trawler in South Africa caught one. And so it started this whole debate about whether or not they still existed and how frequent they were. And I think they're still...
I mean, they caught one and there was a debate about whether they still existed?
Yeah, or like if that was like the one.
I know what side of that debate I'd like to be on.
Yeah. How many are left, where they are. I think they're still pretty rare. There's like a handful of specimens.
But I think the fact that somebody caught one kind of says that he's not the last one.
Yeah.
Should be enough evidence, huh?
Right, yeah.
You'd have all the dumb luck, could you imagine?
Being that one coelacanth.
Yeah.
Coelacanth.
Swimming around for 35 million years trying to find a mate, then you get caught.
Okay, so according to the Schmidt Institute,
Soy? It doesn't look like
This
Schmidt.
is not another
Smithsonian,
piece.
there we go. Took a while to load. 2 known living species.
Species or specimens?
Species.
Huh.
First described in 1939 after it was caught in 1938.
Hey, that's kind of a theme for us lately.
The 1930s?
Yeah.
8? Yeah.
Well, we just did 2 things about the 30s.
Samoan clipper was 1938.
And then we did something 1937 on this leg, wasn't it?
Yeah, it sounds
was that?
familiar.
What did we start this leg doing? Was that like 4 days ago? 1937.
No, I know. It sounds really familiar to me, but I can't place my finger on it. I don't remember.
Man.
Okay, so to the best of my knowledge, just skimming through this description, it looks like, so this a coelacanth was caught in 1938, and then it wasn't caught again until the late 1990s. So again, sort of this debate of how many there actually exist. From South Africa up to Indonesia. It's a pretty wide range. Wow, was this the steep ridge wall that we were expecting? It's just like a flat wall.
Oh, that's steep. So better, coming up.
You
there.
can still even look at Argus sonars.
Yeah.
We are climbing.
Is Argus the left?
Yeah, but it's looking at 20 meters per division.
What does that mean?
Each one of, so Argus is in the center of that circle.
Uh-huh.
And
Was
then
that
the
a
first
big
red-
overhang or something?
Yeah, that's an
I think
overhang.
that's a big.
Yeah, that's huge.
Wow.
The first red circle out from that is 20 meters away from Argus. And
Okay.
the next red
Oh,
circle
man.
out from that is 40 meters,
Mm-hmm.
et cetera, et cetera.
And then is Herc is on the right.
And it's also, let me double check. Where did I put sonar? It's at 10 meters per division on Herc.
Okay.
I
Just a
guess
little
we
bit
put that,
closer.
was that 2? Put 2 out.
Oh, it's a big shelf sticking off there. Lots of corals there.
Bridge, this is now another step.
Sorry, the what?
The dark patches on Argus.
Oh yeah, probably. What's this? Did you just call on another step, Suleiman, or did you stop?
No, I did call for another step.
You might want to stop.
Back.
Yeah, we're kind of marching
Yeah.
along
Yeah.
here too aggressively.
Yeah, I think you gotta
yeah, you gotta
stop.
stop the ship.
Bridge, this is nav. Can you hold position here?
I think we have like Yosemite
Because
up here.
Argus is getting pretty close to the wall.
Yeah, come up as fast as you need to.
How much delta can I have?
We're like 30 now.
Yeah. Probably can't come up any
And
further.
then I'm gonna step back with the ship.
Yeah.
Shall I go back?
Yep.
Yeah.
Bridge, this is nav. Can we move on bearing 340? 10 meters, please.
That mermaid could swim by on Herc now, and none of us would see it because we're just staring at Argus.
And the ship's switch direction. It's heading,
Yep.
but that's what I'm worried about right there in Argus.
Come up, 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 come up.
Yeah, back away from the wall again, Suleiman.
Okay. Still moving. Bridge, this is nav, another step.
Oh man, that's...
We just did a big spin there.
I think the Argus sonar is mellowing out a little bit.
Alright.
So we're...
Phew.
We're good.
You're trying to be duck, but that was all
I
battling right there.
Were we all just holding our breath collectively?
Breathe.
no, I mean, the Argus sonar's still got a pretty decent return on it, so we got to keep going up. And we got to keep stepping back.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a heck of a wall, or is a heck of a wall.
Nice work, team.
Just the overhang was a dead giveaway there.
Yeah. It's like that Free Solo movie. Yosemite.
It's all good now.
Yep. We're all breathing, I think.
The winch was cooking.
Yeah, it was.
How fast are you going?
41.
Yeah, I mean, we came up 100 meters and
Almost,
Yeah.
yes.
not that long.
I'm definitely stretching my left arm after this.
Icing it.
Yeah.
Right.
Like a picture after a baseball game.
Yeah.
I was
Be all
going to say you
rubbed
should,
nice.
run some laps too.
I think Mary's got that look down.
Wow, yeah, we're at 160 meters, huh?
Yeah, who knew?
Yeah, we're up on the
I'm
good stuff. Like all
Yeah,
of a sudden.
just in time.
I'm surprised Argus didn't breach.
Just pass it over to 12 to 4.
Come up like Red October.
All right. You're not still coming up, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll hold up a minute.
She's not stopping until we
Yeah.
until we see Mark.
You guys are just testing me, I think.
Yeah. That was a relaxing shift, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've had an eventful shift.
You want to start moving?
Actually, why don't we hang out? What's this stuff on the wall in front of us? We haven't had a chance to even
Well,
look
I
at
don't
it.
know. Stretched
More
out
wall.
now.
Oh, okay, all right. Yeah,
More wall.
yeah, but I just go real slow.
I'm just glad it's not pieces of Argus.
Bridge, this is nav.
So I keep ending up over here though.
Okay.
So he marks that way and I'm going this way.
I know.
Like
Yeah, we got a
they're
pretty
not
good size.
we're not lined up on the wall here. So maybe
Wall
go
Yeah, I
that
will
way.
come to the 180.
Yeah.
Bridge, this is nav. Can we move the ship 10 meters on bearing 180, please?
Yeah,
Some more terrain.
Looks like corals.
yeah, there's lots of stuff here.
Alyssa's sitting over here looking like a shell-shocked combat veteran.
Ah,
1,000-yard stare. I've seen some stuff, man.
Just some rocks. No big deal.
a long time ago in Lost City in 2005.
Oh, yeah.
We did that. We went right up a wall. It was just like a 100-meter vertical cliff, and just I recall I was in the van with that one. It was just zipping up and just seeing stuff just whip by the Argus screen, just like that was super scary.
A professor that Allison and I used to work with was on that leg and still talks about it. As a matter of fact, the tapes from that leg are in my office.
Yeah, yeah, Deb Kelly.
Yeah.
But that was super scary. I think Todd Gregory was driving. He drove Herc away from the wall and pulled as hard as he could.
No, they,
Like,
no,
he just drove straight away. And then, which has
Something's
the negative
not
of...
right here.
the problem isn't just the vehicle touching the wall, but the cable.
Yeah, well,
Yes,
exactly.
that's-
Right?
that's
Yeah,
the
that's the
problem.
big, really.
Yeah.
But when you drive Herc away from the wall,
You're
it
trying
spins
to
the
pull.
Argus HD right to the wall. Right?
Yes.
And so
Yeah.
there was stuff like flying by the bumper. It was
Resetting now.
really scary.
Is that really where the USBL fixes are?
See, you are here facing almost 200, and that's August.
There's some big
Um,
corals.
Yeah, they're super big.
Looking south. Yeah, it looks.
Yeah, but in that
It's
event, we
fine.
came flying up the cliff, and then at the top, it's a flat, like tabletop plateau.
Wow.
So when we zipped up, all of a sudden it was like, boom, you're in blue water. And
Yeah.
like, everybody was like
yeah, it looks
collectively,
good.
Right. It's like the
You know,
scene in a movie where you
we made
escape
it.
danger.
yeah. I mean, it was like, getting shot up on a deck of an aircraft carrier, just flat plateau on the top. Like, just, oh, here we are.
Do you need to come closer more, or
This is cool.
Oh, that thing's huge.
this is good?
Wow, that is big, isn't it? So, are those crinoids on that? Yeah.
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 So what kind of coral is this guy? This is a shallow water one?
We're definitely up now in the photic.
Yeah,
You
you got
look
the,
at the color of the rocks.
yeah, now that you're actually
Okay,
tight to
come
the
down and yanking on me.
She's not doing down until a month from now.
Those are
Alright,
beautiful.
good.
Coming in.
Yeah, that's pretty. That's cool.
It's gonna take a sec to. Let me just get focus first, and then we'll do everything else.
We got the
Shimmer.
whole shimmer
Yeah.
business going here.
Yeah.
I haven't looked at the temperature plot. What the heck is that?
There's a bunch of different kinds here now. All of a sudden,
What's the temperature plot tab again? The address for
coming out.
I can never remember.
Yeah, it's kind of
It's,
hard to set up
It
on
should
right
be
there.
on
it's Nautilus.
Nautilus.
OET.org.
The temperature is 26 right now. And the oxygen is 206.
No. Where the heck is that?
Nautilus data monitor.
Ah, yeah. There you go. Yeah, see, we need to make a scatter plot of oxygen and depth that just plots. That way you get the depth.
coloration all of a sudden.
Yeah, well, we went
I'll
from
come more 5
deep
meters.
water to up near the surface in no time.
Yeah, yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did. At considerable.
The winch is still
Pushing.
smoking.
Yeah, we just. Well, it's 26 degrees C now. Yeah, so.
It's very high.
Want to zoom in, Ed?
Yeah,
Look at the fish.
fish.
Two.
Let's go. Well, these next watch will have 3.5 hours of mucking around up here.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that was nice.
Can you zoom out again?
Oh, sorry. Coming out. Holy smokes. Alright, so there's out.
That's cool looking.
I'm
Nice.
playing around with 4K now at the same time, so bear with me. Because this job was just too easy.
that
all that oil down there.
4K right now?
No, I have a monitor that's showing me the 4K camera. So Bob, if you could try to just like do a little move with Herc and then stop, and then a little move and stop, if that makes any sense. Yeah, so we're good there, and then just move in any direction. And then hold there, and there being anywhere.
That's a cool
Yeah.
orange coral down there too.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
helpful.
So we know these larger corals are probably, ooh, big fish.
Oh, I got that. I'm recording that. Hold on. That's right in the center of my 4K image.
Cool. We know that these big ones are probably
Okay.
like a couple hundred years old, but do
let me
we,
give you
is
some
there
more
sort of an
light over
average
there.
of how fast
All
corals grow? Like per year or per
I
decade
think
maybe?
it's very species dependent, I think.
Yeah.
Is it?
And I think it's, yeah, I think it's,
Looking at
there's
that
a lot
one?
of factors.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually it's top of my frame.
But so like that
You
orange
know
one we're
what?
looking at is
I'm gonna,
probably a couple hundred years
hold
old,
on.
more than likely?
I have no idea,
Yeah.
honestly, but I'm assuming it's tens,
My
if not hundreds
4K's
of years
in
old.
Okay.
6 now.
Which is why they use corals for climate research. You look at it's called the calcium to strontium ratio, because when corals are
You getting 4K on that?
making
Yeah.
calcium carbonate every
recording
once
it.
in a while,
Mhm.
You
a
see it up there?
strontium replaces a calcium, and that's
Oh, yeah.
6.
a function of temperature. So if you can go back into a coral, more like coral mounds, you can figure out the calcium to strontium ratio, which is a proxy for temperature. It's a paleoclimate proxy.
And can you do that from, do you sort of look at the core, like a core sample of coral?
Yeah, exactly. And then cup corals are good for that.
Okay.
Something special. A lot of climate people are into cup corals.
And you could do that, would you have to take the full stock of it, or could you just take a limb? Is it similar to a tree, sort of?
It's basically it's like the tree limb kind
Yeah.
of tree ring kind of
Switch
idea.
my monitor
I think it's
back.
because cup corals are one of the few deep hard corals,
Okay.
which is why they are in the cup
Yeah.
coral for. It's one of I think one of the more reliable proxies for deeper water temperatures. And cup corals also grow quite slow.
Yeah.
So
I remember a couple years ago, for some corals, they needed to see the base.
yeah.
So they needed the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
For dating
Yeah.
coral.
And then they can also do some radiocarbon stuff with them, but
Yeah. Oh, that's really interesting, using corals to track how the climate has changed over centuries.
yeah, they're one of our tens to hundreds of years climate proxies. Yeah, but if you Google calcium to strontium ratio, you'll see an article about that.
I'm going to do that right now. And you can do that with trees. Do we know if there are other species that are sort of these key indicator?
Well, dendrochronology, that's the study of trees.
Uh-huh.
And then that's, terrestrial, and then corals in the sea.
In the sea.
Yeah, it's kind of the analogous thing.
So the rocks that we collected, I mean, can they contribute a little bit to that as well, or
I think rocks not so
much? So they're not pulling anything from the environment necessarily.
Exactly. Yeah, that's cool. We haven't done any sampling, oh, except for that one sea pen at the very beginning, right?
Yeah, correct.
Well, again, the next watcher, I'm sure they'll get some samples.
Yeah, I mean, my goal on this watch was just to get to see what we see, and then
Yeah.
I was going to actually tell these guys if they wanted to go back down and reclimb the hill. But now I'm telling. No, I was going to tell them that, but now I'm not. That was a thought I had halfway through the dive, but
Might be dreaming of that
after
hill.
that hill,
Right.
no, I'm going to say do not reclimb the hill.
Whatever you do.
Can you zoom in on that? Oh, we don't. Okay. Well, never mind.
I
So I
feel
think-
like hill's the right term for that.
I think they should spend their dive between here and 70 meters, just kind of lateraling along and checking out this stuff pretty clearly. And they can do a bunch of sampling here, because we don't have a lot of samples from these mesophotics like in this area on this trip.
Not that I don't know.
So this would be a good chance for them to do some mesophotic sampling.
Chris, at the end of the transit after this dive, are we doing ASV or ROV?
ROV.
Yay.
Yee.
At so our next
that
weather
the
weather
volcano?
cooperates. Yeah, we're gonna go to Bailulu.
Great.
Bailulu.
Bye, Lulu.
By Lulu. Ooh.
Yeah.
By Lulu. Ooh.
So
So that's pretty cool. The story was that, was it in 2007 or something? The first visuals were down there, and it was pretty abundant with life. And then a few years later, was it Okeanos that went down? And then there was an underwater eruption of some sort that basically covered it.
yeah, there was an active eruption. So there was a lot of there's a gas plume there. It's like basically an underwater punch bowl.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's a gas plume there and it's injecting tons of CO2, it's dropping the pH, making it super acidic. And there's usually some, sulfate type stuff mixed in with the volcanic fluids. It makes a pretty noxious recipe there for seawater. So it's a punch bowl with a lump in the middle,
Mm-hmm.
and so, which is the new cone, and the moat sort of around the lump, but within the rim. The fluid density there
Picked up
increases,
some-
and it's not really turning over, right? So it's sort of this stagnant moat of really toxic water.
Got a lot of little krill or something up in the
So
lake
we go
bottom
there, since we didn't see any gas plumes, so it might not be active, which means the moat may have drained
Are we
out,
tracking by
Okay.
USBL? We're
which
not
means that we
tracking
might be able to
Doppler,
see what Okeanos couldn't
Doppler's
see, because
like
they went into the
useless.
moat and it was just it was full of schmutz. They couldn't see anything in the water column.
So they weren't able to really even just
They could see
determine
anything,
what was there.
They
Yeah.
couldn't see their hand in front of their face.
Oh wow. Cool. Oh man. Is it really that time?
Oh, I think Alyssa's ready to give me a hand over
Alyssa's
our
ready.
No, I want more.
Yeah. Get the trainer to massage her left arm.
Our onboard masseuse.
All right, watch change. Thanks, folks. Cheers.
All right. Good night, world. We'll see you tomorrow.
Steep.